What's up, friends? Mark Barta with LGBTQ_today, your weekly insight into the queermosphere. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. If you like what you see, please let me know in the comments. And if you don't like what you see, just keep watching because I am sure I'll say something to piss you off even more. A girl can dream. Well, it is Mother's Day, everyone. So you better pick up the phone and call your mama. Mom and I celebrated Mother's Day by making our own personal candles in a neighborhood store called the Dundee Candle Company here in Omaha, Nebraska. It was very, very fun. We had a great experience. So if you get the opportunity and there's a place like that in your hometown or area, and you get to make your own candle for one of your loved ones or with a friend or something like that, do it. It is so much fun. We had a blast. Well, happy Mother's Day, Mom. I know you're watching, so I hope you enjoy your candle, and I'll be over shortly with Jason because he's got something for you as well. Well, let's see what we have for this Sunday. The very first trans athlete ever will be at the Tokyo Olympics. Vermont becomes the 14th state to ban the gay and trans panic defense. Oh, Lord, give me strength. Caitlyn Jenner and her bullshit waste of a campaign for California governor. Go grab a cup of coffee and let's get started. Laura Hubbard from New Zealand, a weightlifter, is set to become the very first trans person to compete at the Olympics. She will be competing in the Tokyo Olympics. Hubbard would also be the oldest lifter at Tokyo at the age of 43, and she is currently ranked 16th in the world of women's weightlifting. Hubbard began her transition back in 2012 after previously competing in the men's categories. She came back to competitive lifting in 2017 after trans women were allowed to compete only if they had been on hormone replacement therapy for 12 months and had a low testosterone level. As we all can imagine, Laura has faced backlash and has been subjected to transphobic attacks, especially from the Australian Weightlifting Federation back in 2018, who tried to block her from the Commonwealth Games. But Laura remains positive and true to herself, stating that it's not her role or goal to change people's minds. I would hope they would support me, but it's not for me to make them to do so. So I'm not here to change the world. I just want to be me and do what I do. Well, girl, keep doing you because you're lifting those weights and you're going to the Olympics, and not everybody can say that. And you just made history as the first trans woman to do so. So best of luck in Tokyo. You have the whole queer community backing you. Caitlyn Jenner excluded, of course. Well, we are starting to see kind of a shift in this gay panic defense because Vermont has become the 14th state to ban the gay and trans panic defense, which allows defendants to justify murder by saying they were surprised to find that someone is an LGBTQ community member. So the American Bar Association adopted a resolution for an end to the defense back in 2013. With this legislation, Republicans, Democrats, and progressives are sending the message out to Vermont that your identity should never be an excuse for someone to cause you harm. So the gay trans panic defense has been used in several predominant cases, including the case where a gay man, Scott Amador, told his friend Jonathan Schmitz on the Jenny Jones show that he was in love with him, and Jonathan then followed by killing him. The gay panic defense became even more publicly discussed in the case of Matthew Shepard, which we all know about. And also, the trans panic defense gained prominence because of the 2004 murder of Gwen Araujo in Newark, California. So here's hoping that the other 36 states follow suit and drop the gay trans panic defense nationwide. Slowly but surely, folks, it is happening. We will be patient, and if any updates on new states banning this defense come about, well, you'll hear it first here. Okay, I just had a conversation with upstairs, okay? And I'm gonna do my best. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. Help me not to say something wrong about Caitlyn Jenner and her opposition to letting trans girls play school sports. What the hell? Seriously. I'm going to try really hard. Real hard. Okay. I mean, we need to yank this woman's membership from the LGBT community because she's a freaking hypocrite. As a member of the LGBTQ community, Caitlyn Jenner is running for governor of California without the support of the LGBTQ community because she's running as a Trumplican. Oh, and she's probably just some other rich white lady that has no political experience whatsoever. Like we need another one of those, trans or not. Well, after announcing her campaign and not really getting around to telling anybody what she stood for, she finally said something, and she really stuck her foot in her mouth because she came out and said that trans girls should not be able to play school sports. Jenner told TMZ, "This is an issue of fairness, and this is why I oppose biological boys who are trans competing in girls' sports in schools. It just isn't fair, and we have to protect girls' sports in our schools." You are a trans woman. You should be protecting those trans people in those schools, not making it more difficult for them to do what they like to do and what every student should have the right to do, play some form of sport. I can't imagine that the trans community is happy with Caitlyn Jenner, nor has ever been happy with Caitlyn Jenner since she came out as trans. She has never been a supporter. She's always been about herself and how she can get ahead and get more public attention. And she's really done nothing to support the trans community and work for their rights to advance in society. So I'm going to say something that I never say, and I do not use this word lightly because it's a very strong word, but I hate Caitlyn Jenner. I hate Caitlyn Jenner. I think she is a waste of space and nothing that comes out of her mouth means jack shit. You had the opportunity to run for a political position as the governor of California. And not only have you lost the campaign before you've even started, but you've also ousted yourself from the LGBTQ community. And you have absolutely no allies. I have absolutely nothing more to say about Caitlyn Jenner because I have nothing nice to say about her. I'm going to leave it at that. You are a shit human being, period. A hypocrite. Revoke her membership. She's done. Canceled. Okay, let's check out what happened in history last week because we are who we are because of the history we create. Well, back in 1989, pioneering trans woman Christine Jorgensen died at the age of 62. In 1993, Angels in America Millennium Approaches premieres on Broadway. And in 2011, the Presbyterian Church approves a constitutional amendment allowing for same-sex clergy members. Well, that's all I have for everyone this fine Sunday. And again, happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. If you are a mama, give your baby some hugs, and I hope they give you something beautiful for your day. If you have not picked up that phone or dropped in on your mama, make sure you do because mothers are one of the most important beings on this planet, and don't you forget it. Love you, Mom. Well, before you go, make sure if you've yet to subscribe, follow, or like my content, please do so it shows up in your weekly video feed. And be sure to check out LGBTQnation.com if you see something that you think I should mention in one of my videos. Please let me know in a comment and DM. And as always, remember to be nice. But girl, if you cannot, burn the bitch good. See you next Sunday. Bye.